let's get back into it. We finished off by talking about a rumble that was just happening between the Prescott guys and the Agnes boys.
Yes.
And the guys coming over from the Cuarenta to back them up.
Yep.
And within 3 minutes, it was all over.
It was all over.
Yes.
It was that. I mean, it was teeth, ears, broken heads, scalps. There was no knives. There was no knives involved or gun. That happened later. But for the most part,
yeah,
it was a free for all.
It was a free for all. A melee, yeah.
A melee, exactly. I mean, everybody just charged into each other and hoped to get the first lick in, and that's basically what everybody taught each other then.
Yeah.
The idea
get the first punch, man.
Yeah.
And if they're down,
yep.
Get them.
Get in there.
And don't go down if you're there. Don't fall down.
Don't ever go down.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, crawl away, do whatever, because once you're down, you're going to get your butt stomped on. Not only is the guy that you're fighting going to jump in the bandwagon, but his cohorts.
They're going to, exactly.
They're going to put a hurting on your ass as long as they can.
Yeah.
Until somebody from your side comes over there and rescues your butt. And so, it's that was the kind of thing that was going on at the time.
And that was all in middle school.
Yes.
Before you hit high school.
Yeah. This was all. Most of these guys weren't in school anymore. That's why I tell you that I was the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my early teens, and most of these guys were already 17, 18, 19-year-olds. There was nobody was in the 20s yet. But everybody was like 17, 18,
still the
19.
teens.
Yes, still the teens, and I was the youngest. It was kind of like they took me in as kind of like a little bit of a gopher and stuff because of the old man. And as I earned my bones, then I became an actual member, bona fide member of them. But it took a lot of work and a lot of stuff. It's typical of most street gangs and stuff. It's establishing your position within the hierarchy. And usually by doing something other than, than being legal.
Right.
You're going to do something that's going to be illegal one way or the other, when you're beating the shit out of somebody or you're ripping stuff off or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's going to be something that they recognize as a bona fide deal that you're okay. That's basically the understanding. And these guys were within their own right. They were all pretty tough guys. I had a lot of respect for him, but I had a lot more respect for my own man, because what I saw that day there, all it did was just convince me of everything else that would happen from that point forward.
Yeah.
Like I said, he always carried a claw hammer. He was a real straight up honest man, but would not hesitate to get in the middle of something if it required. I saw him. He was like a Sir Galahad as well sometimes.
Really?
Because we were there in that bar once when he was playing pool with against a black guy. And he was ahead in winning. And this black guy had brought in a white woman with him. So she was sitting at a table closest to where I'm at, the end of the bar. Because it was a long bar with stools like this. And then there were some tables at the far end going out the back door.
Okay.
And apparently he was losing his ass off, and she got up either to go to the restroom or do something, and he screamed at her, something about sit your white ass down or something like that, some real racist remark.
Yeah. And
my old man was playing him. He didn't say anything. He didn't interject anything because that was his woman. He brought her. He respected that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't until she went out and came back in that he lost that game, and that must have been about the 10th game that he lost. And they were playing. That I remember they were paying $100 tables at the time.
Wow.
9 ball. Yes.
And he lost.
That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
A lot of money. So, he got pissed, and he hit her with a key stick.
I figured a hit was coming up.
Yeah. He hit her. She started to sit down sideways like this, and he went over there, and he didn't hit her with the thick part of the stick, but with the tip end.
Yeah.
And just whacked the heck out of her back here, dude.
Shit.
Whack, and then whacked her some more, and whacked her some more. Told her about, got that bitch and all kinds. There was all kinds of bitches that he was blurting out and so forth. And my old man, I'm sitting there watching, and this guy's beating the shit out of me. And he just walks over there, man, and he cold cocks this dude right here on his ear. I remember that.
Yeah.
As hard as he possibly could, I guess, because, you know, it just, wham. And the guy's head went sideways like that.
Yeah.
And he went flying, and he slammed up against the cigarette machine
Oh,
and
shit.
broke the goddamn mirror on it and down, fell to the ground.
Damn.
Then, then he put his, he still had his cue stick in his hand. And he grabbed his cue stick and turned it backwards, you know, to where the big end was again. And he whacked him with him about 2 or 3 different times.
Oh, shit. There you go. How do you like that?
Yeah. And that's exactly what he said. How do you fucking like that?
Yeah.
But he said it in English. How do you fucking like that? And the guy's laying there and he got them bleeding from his mouth and stuff. He was wearing a white shirt and it's all over his shirt.
Oh, shit.
And that woman, she's saying, no, stop.
Yeah. She's the one saying.
Yeah, she's telling Francis, grabbed him by the, no, stop, don't hit him no more. And I'm wondering, he just beat the shit out of it, yet she's defending it. And I found out later that's really the way life is.
That's super exactly.
It happens a lot like
right.
that. And so,
yeah,
you know, Fred came on over. A lot of people were standing there looking down at him and so forth. You know? And that's the first time I'd ever heard the word N. The N word. Yeah. You know, the first time. I didn't. It took me a while to recognize what that word meant.
Right.
And that fucking Fred came over and called him, you know, all kinds of N words and stuff, and kicked the shit out of him some more. Damn it. You know, with his shoes and stomped on him. Yeah. And picked him up by the belt and so forth. Back door was right in there. Mm-hmm.
Out you go.
Out you go, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I couldn't hear what he was telling him out there. Apparently something about not ever coming back or whatever.
But Dad didn't like that. Dad didn't like that shit.
No, he didn't. He was, you know, if you thumped on a woman in his presence, dude, you're gonna
feel that too.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it too, because you know, more than that was one time. The second time we were at the grocery store, and Mom was that's what I remember the most was that you could buy 5 cans of peas or string beans or whatever for $1, 5 cans. You know, so, you know, I was 5 cans of Del Monte stuff. Yeah, so she's loading up 5 cans of this and 5 cans of that and 5 cans, and she wasn't paying attention, and it was actually Mary G's fault. She was pushing the cart and butted up against a white gentleman that was just you know, in front of her. She wasn't paying attention and actually hit him a pretty good wallop with the cart. Yeah. And was full of nothing but cans. So it had a little bit of weight behind him and kind of like buckled him. I guess he hit him in the butt or something. And this old fucking guy got turned around, man, and he started cursing everything but, you know, calling Mary everything but a stepchild. And my mother's grabbing Mary and trying to pull her back because she's starting to cry and wail and stuff. And he's still yelling and screaming and all this other stuff. Yeah, I guess he didn't know Mom was being accompanied by the old man because he was in the other aisle getting something. I can't remember what it was. Oh, a bag of flour. That's what it was. A bag of flour. Yeah, I remember that because he comes around the corner and so forth, and he's still yelling at me. And he grabs Mom and moves him. I said, he's got this bag of flour like this. Wham! Right, rams it right into that old man's face, right here.
Right in the front of his face.
Explodes. I mean, it just because he hit him with everything. He didn't say a word, just slammed that.
Doesn't say a word.
And the old man falls to their knees and get all kind of spit.
He can't even talk.
Like that. And the manager comes running up, and he's a white guy. And he says, "God damn it, Andy!" I said, "God damn it, Andy!" And he says, "Go ahead and take your family out of here, you know, because I know this man. He's gonna call the law." You know? And my old man says, "Oh, fuck him." And things to that effect and so forth. You know, I says, Get up, old man. We'll finish what you just started." And I'm going, and old man's laying there, and I'm standing off to the side, you know, like, whoa, check that out, man. Damn, the old man done cold cocked this old geezer and so forth. And sure enough, we leave the cart. We walk back out, and he was driving a 1952 Plymouth at the time, 4-door. It was like a teal colored with the white walls, and he had painted the rims red, so they had a red accent with a real bright chrome wheel covers and a big white stripe on the white tires.
Yes.
Because he waxed it every weekend or every other weekend. He'd wax his car, clean it all out, and so he loved it. He loved it, the car, And we get up, we go home, and Mom's all scared. The police are gonna show up and all this other shit. Tells my old man to go over to Walter's house, your Uncle Walter's, and visit with him and so forth. And which was a mistake, I guess, in some part, because my old man did go with Walter, and your Uncle Walter would hang out at a place called Irving's, where Horn Road and Port meet.
Okay,
Horn Road and Port. Horn and Port. If you're familiar with Horn and Port, there's an O'Reilly's right there now, and then there's like.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right there. That was before the freeway.
Okay.
Right in a wedge was a place called Irving's. It was the boonies out there. There's nothing but, mesquite trees and shit. And it was a club called Irving's.
Yeah.
And that's where your Uncle Walter would hang out all the time, all the weekends. He worked at Corn Products Refinery up on Corn Products Road. But he would, I didn't know too much at the time then. I found this out when I became a police officer, but he was a numbers man. He's the one that represented the white guys from the South Side at Corn Products.
Really?
Yeah. He was a numbers guy. He's the one that took numbers down for the games and everything.
All right.
Okay. He was your Uncle Walter was a well-liked man. He'd already been in the military. He had quite a few medals and so forth for bravery. And
he had a lot of friends.
Yes, he had a lot of friends. Most of them, a lot of Hispanics and whites that worked at Corn Products Refinery. Yeah. Would do book with him. Mm-hmm. He worked as an assistant bookie for James Taylor, a white guy over on the South Side, or what we call Everhart now, the South Side. Yeah. There was a club there where the post office is at on Everhart. Yeah. Are you familiar? Mm-hmm. As you go further up ahead, it's called Cheers now, or calls something country western.
Oh, place. Yeah, Ropers.
Ropers. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Many years ago, I was still a kid.
That place has always been a bar, huh?
Yeah, it's been a bar. It was called the Embers Club.
Embers back then.
Yeah, it was a social club for members only. Okay. But predominantly nothing but white folk. There was no Hispanics at the time going into the Embers. It was known for that, but it was also known because it was owned by James Taylor. All right. A big book in Corpus Christi at the time. He gets totally shit-faced with your Uncle Walter, and it just so happens that it's Christmas. Yeah. We're shopping for Christmas, shopping for food. Yeah. And shit hit the fan, so the old lady tells him to go ahead and boogie on out. When he gets together with Walter to go down to Irving's. Now, mind you, it's Christmas. It's the day before Christmas. No, it's the 23rd. It was December the 23rd. The next night was going to be Christmas Eve. We had the trees, and we had all these presents underneath that Mom had already bought for us and stuff. Okay, so he is fucking snocker, dude. I mean, I'd never seen my old man drunk like that. Never had. And he can bust into the house, falling down and stuff, and he falls up against the Christmas tree and crushes all the presents.
Oh shit! No! Oh no!
And your grandma had a temper. That when it flared out, it just flared out. Yeah. I mean, it was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, something like that, because when he knocked all the shit down and stuff, we were there in the bed just like it is here, and crashes and shit and stuff, and then Mom starts yelling and screaming at him, and and the last thing I remember, I was trying to stay awake and but all I could see was all my presents smashed to shit, because he's stepping on them and trying to get up and falling on them, and crashing the tree down and everything. It was a mess. Yeah. And so I fall asleep. Everything quiets down. In the morning, it must have been about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, I guess, something like that. My dad's he's sleeping on the goddamn recliner. Okay, Mom's over here, and she's still pissed. and she was packing up all her shit, and she was gonna leave and take
Oh
us
no!
with her.
Oh no! She
Yeah,
had
we're
it.
getting ready to leave. Put your clothes on and stuff. What about the presents, Mom? No,
It's
screw
Christmas.
presents.
Yeah.
We're leaving, and the old man wakes up with he hears all this commotion and stuff. And it's the only time I ever saw my old man. He gets down on his knees and he tells Mom, he said, I swear on my life and my kids' lives here that I will never drink again. I will never be a fool like this again, ever again.
Yeah.
And all I want you to do is stay.
Yeah.
Don't leave.
Right.
You got my word. It'll never happen again. Your grandpa never drank again.
Wow.
Never, ever drank again.
Yeah. He meant it.
And I offered him drinks several times. But I always remembered that he said he was got on his knees. He said, don't leave, Tilly. I swear that I'll never drink again. I'll never do that again. Don't leave. Don't leave. And of course, Mom started crying and all this other shit and stuff like that. And they run us both off outside.
Right.
And they made up.
Yes.
They made up and stuff. And
hell.
Yeah. To this.
He knew how bad it was, coming and crashing down the Christmas tree, coming and all slammed.
Everything was smashed and shut, dude. I mean, I woke up that morning, Jesus, all the presents were just flattened down. The tree was all flattened out. Everything was just a mess.
Yeah.
And he was, still in his clothes, blowing bubbles and waking up
goodness.
like he's half on and half off the recliner, and Mom packing up shit and that's going, get your stuff, put your clothes on. Oh no, Tilly, don't leave. That's what he called it. Tilly, don't leave.
Yeah.
I remember that. Don't leave.
Yeah.
I promise. I swear I will never drink again. I will never drink. No, you ain't gonna drink again. He said, no, I'm not gonna drink anymore. I promise.
And he kept that promise.
Till the day he died.
Damn, man.
Till the day he died.
And that's a hard one to keep. Not to stay away from booze,
Oh man, you go to the pool hall, I'd go with him, and he'd be drinking a Coke.
Sure.
Yeah, and people would, kind of rib him a little bit about it and stuff. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. You don't be still.
Right.
You don't be still.
That's
all you get of it. You don't be still. And the women would go, Andres, and I have a little beer with me and sit down and, no, you don't be still.
Yeah.
Ya le prometí a Tila que no iba a pistear. And he told them, the women, and Mama thought that Dad would see in these women, because some of them were real attractive ladies. I mean, really attractive ladies. They carried their own weight. They were what you call a stake horse. They bankroll other players.
Wow.
Okay? They were stake horses. They were women that had money.
Yeah.
Okay. And they would come in and they'd pay. They'd pay for their guy to pay. And then the guy would get 30% or 40% of the winnings. She'd get the rest. And normally it was two ladies that walked in there that actually knew the old man from when they were kids. And they'd come up the hard way.
Yeah.
And they'd married into, gangsters and stuff, that Mexican gangsters that lived here in Corpus. So when they gangsters were killed or whatever, they took over the business. And they had so much money then from the bootlegging that was going on in the 30s and so forth during the Depression that they made a lot of money. They rat holed a lot of it. So and again, they were well-dressed women that drove, you see a flashy Cadillac, man, back in the early 50s or, late 40s, or the old expensive Hudsons and stuff. Yeah, these women. And they would dress the part too.
Yeah.
They would dress the
players.
part. Oh, man, let me tell you. And the people wouldn't jack with them. They would they would call them by their first names or their last names. First name. And the only reason I knew that is because a couple of times, one of the ladies would come up to me and would ask me if I was hungry. Yes, ma'am. And I was expected to say yes, ma'am, and no, sir, all the time.
Yeah.
That was Mom and Dad. Yes, sir, and no, sir. Anybody that's an adult that talks to you, yes, sir, no, sir. It's going to be that way forever.
Okay? Forever, right.
Yeah, and I'm still doing the same thing now. They would ask me, and I remember she sent out for burgers and stuff like that, steak fingers and stuff, silly shit like that, but I never knew what a piece of was till I got in the Marine Corps. So, yeah.
Damn, all right.
Yeah, I never saw it. I didn't know what Italian food was a peacetime.
Yeah.
Once in a while, well, the old lady would make spaghetti and meatballs.
Sure.
But other than that,
You didn't know what else was Italian out there.
Exactly. So this lady did that, and she's. I remember the old man. She approached the old man about him working for her, and he said no. He said no. I was standing off to the side there, aiming, come with me, come and work for me, and so forth like that. And she offered him 60%.
Okay.
Because he was a good pool player. He's really good. No.
I'm independent.
He's an independent guy. The most he ever got when he went under, there was one or two times that I saw him lose his ass off to somebody who was better than he was, so forth. And Fred, the owner of the bar,
yeah,
he was a stake horse. He would put the money up there.
Oh, okay.
For Fred to say, hey, keep playing this guy. Keep playing this guy. This guy's gonna lose. Yeah, she got one time he didn't lose.
Yeah.
Then that guy walked away with all kinds of goddamn $100 bills.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it was an understanding. People and gangsters have an understanding among themselves. Okay, they respect what other people do, and they know that by stepping on other people's toes and so forth, it can always come back and haunt you.
Yeah.
Whether they're gonna, whether somebody's gonna beat you up, somebody's gonna shoot you or stab you or whatever. Unless you got people protecting you all the time, you're gonna be in a world of doo-doo. That's why the old man, Fred, was the one that also answered for the old man. Okay. The old man could handle himself, but he's playing in Fred's place.
Yeah.
Okay. So later on, my dad explained everything to me. So he's playing for Fred. He's playing there. So he's using his money.
Yeah.
But out of his money, he's got to pay 10% of the house. Now he loses all his money. He turns to Fred. Fred's bankrolls him for that deal. Then she's gonna end up with 40% and 60% are going to go to Fred.
Okay.
So it varied depending on how good he was going to play and how good the other people that he's playing. Their reputation is already known by everybody in the bar. Uh-huh. Yeah, you come in there and it's, oh no, that's such and such. Oh, that's Chico. You know, that's whatever names they, a lot of them got street names.
Yeah.
The old man was Andy.
Okay.
Andy. He went by Andy.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Andy or Andres. Andy or Andres. Mom would call him Rafael. I never understood that.
Yeah.
Because his middle name was Cruz. It wasn't Rafael.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was Rafael. But Mom would call him Rafael. Rafael this, Rafael that, whatever. And Mom, you have to understand, now we recognize and understand what some of those issues are with people.
Okay.
We now can call it what is called bipolar.
Yeah.
That Mom was a bipolar person.
Yes.
Okay. Mood swings would go from one extreme to the other, And Mom was one the type of person she liked to be well dressed. She liked to keep her house totally clean. She was obsessive compulsive with cleanliness.
Yeah.
That was one thing about her. Now she knew how to cook and cook good.
Mm-hmm.
And she learned this from working as a housekeeper for a friend of the H.E.B. Butts, the Howard Butts family. Okay. Yeah. They lived on Ocean Drive. Mom ended up working as a housemaid for them when she was 15, 16, and 17.
Okay.
And the people that worked there, for the most part, were predominantly either Hispanic or Black. And the Blacks were the cooks, for the most part.
All right.
Blacks were either the gardeners or the Mexicans were the gardeners.
Okay.
But inside the house, it was just females. There was never any male butlers and things of that nature that you see in movies. It was always the females.
Mm-hmm.
And the whites trusted the females to run the house.
All right.
And bring up their kids. Because that's why a lot of them were really close to the kids. Like you see in the movie, Gone with the Wind and stuff, and the mammy and all this other stuff.
Right.
And I remember meeting some of these people that were considered mammies by the Howard Butts and the Head family.
Yeah.
Judge Heads and all these people, stuff like that. And brothers of the Claybergs from the King Ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a bunch of those folks that lived along Ocean Drive and the streets behind Ocean Drive.
Mm-hmm.
All of it, but let's just say between Alameda and Ocean Drive.
Yeah.
All of those were predominantly all white families, all what-do-you-do families. mayors,
Sure.
the mayors,
Mhm.
doctors, lawyers, but it all lived within Alameda and Shoreline. Alameda and Shoreline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the most. And then this side of Alameda, between Alameda and Island, you started to have a little hierarchy, a little lesser, the
Right.
people that were managers and things like that.
Yes,
You didn't
exactly.
live on the other side unless you were really big bucks. And
Right.
you have to keep in mind that where your Uncle Roland lives at, way on the west side, that was the country club. The country
Okay.
club you see now on Everhart Street
Yeah.
existed way over there on West Exit.
Right there, Saxon.
Okay,
Mhm.
that West Exit where Uncle Roland lives right now, that was your south side.
I could tell because there's so many big homes, a lot of
Exactly.
two-story homes all over there.
Exactly. That's where the wealthiest white folks lived on, all up
Yeah.
and down upriver, all up and down West Exit,
Yeah.
West and East
Rub River.
Exit,
Mhm.
Wood River, Oak Park,
Oak Park.
all of
Yeah.
all of that there. From Oak Park all the way, there was no refineries then. From Oak Park going north, starting from, I don't know if you're familiar with Nueces Bay, or
Yeah.
where the prime, okay, from Nueces Bay, going all the way out to Navigation.
Yep.
Navigation, all of that was the country club. It
Okay.
was a country club.
Yeah.
Big, everybody, all the wealthiest people played there.
Yeah.
I would go there when I would turn 13 or 14 years of age with some of the other crooks in the neighborhood, and would get into the ponds and so forth and retrieve golf balls.
Okay.
They give you a nickel.
Okay.
A nickel for every golf ball you recover. But then again, you'd get up the, stinky ass water and stuff.
Yeah.
The greens are nice, but the waters, they get kind of funky and stuff.
Right.
So, yeah, you get in there. But the problem then was that you had a lot of white kids that were real mean assholes that would beat you up and take your balls from you.
Oh, shit.
That's what it was
While
about.
you're out there doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You're out there, digging all this shit. They'd only let X number of kids in. So say they would let 2 blacks, 3 Mexicans in, and 5 whites to go out to the different ponds to recover balls. Well,
Yeah.
when you recover balls, you had to boogie on out of there pretty fucking quick, because the other ones would come. The other ones would come and they'd grab you and take the damn balls away from you. You'd have to fight them to keep your balls. So it was crazy,
Yeah.
So all the caddies were predominantly white and Mexican. You didn't have any blacks at all. There was no blacks. The only blacks that worked on the country club were the ones that worked at the kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because the valets were either white or Hispanic,
Mhm.
predominantly white, and there was usually the country club members' kids that would work as valets.
Right,
And
their
that.
kids.
They were
would
kind
do
of
that.
working their way up the ranks.
Mhm.
And that's what they believed in and stuff. So all of the south side of West deal, all these big houses and so forth. Your granddad and grandma would take Mary and I when we were kids and cruise through the area for Christmas,
Yeah.
because all of them had Christmas lights.
Oh, yes.
Every house. It was
Mhm.
a status
Right.
for
To have that.
these people to have real fancy Christmas decorations and stuff. I mean, you couldn't go to a house and not see something that you would. Well, were you going to see it down here on Port Street? No,
Right.
it's not going to happen.
It's
You're
not
lucky.
gonna happen.
You're lucky if you got a tree, let alone
Yeah.
a big, humongous tree in the front of your house with every light conceivable and
Yes.
decoration and stuff. Every year they'd take us down there till I was about 13 or 14. I remember.
All right.
I'd ride with them just to go
Mhm.
because of that. And then by 13 or 14, the country club shut down. They moved it to Everhart.
Over here to this
Yeah,
side, south side.
Remember, keep in mind, there was nothing this side of the freeway.
Mhm. Right.
Everything was all
Fields.
mesquite and fields.
Yeah.
Everything. So between the freeway and where the country club was at, there was nothing but fields. So
Yeah.
they decided to build a country club within
Even
the fields.
further away from everybody else as
Exactly.
it was growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Somebody had a brain fart
Uh-huh.
about, everything is going to be moving south.
Mm-hmm. We
And-
better get a jump.
And they're predominantly white families
Yeah.
moved over here.
Okay. Yeah.
Moved here. A small example of that, when I first married your mom and stuff, that we were looking for a house. Then the term was called blockbusting. okay, where predominantly white families lived in the neighborhood, and then a Hispanic or a black would move in.
Oh, I
Okay,
get
see
it.
what I
Okay,
mean? And then you
blockbuster.
notice, you notice white people starting to leave.
Okay.
They'd go and they'd move further.
Yeah.
So what started way over there,
Mm-hmm.
Ray High School and so forth, were predominantly all white neighborhoods.
Yeah.
All predominantly started to move further south.
Okay. Okay.
It kept moving and
Mm-hmm.
moving and moving until it got finally the other side of SPAD. Everything on this side.
Right.
There was nothing. There was nothing but fields and tree limbs. When I joined the department, it was 1970, and the freeway had not been completed yet.
Oh shit.
See, the one that's 358 that goes from, from Crosstown all the way at
To
the island.
37.
Yeah.
Okay.
The island.
Yeah,
37 is on downtown.
Okay. The opposite direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everything here, there was nothing. Nothing from the freeway to where you're living right now.
Yeah.
With nothing but fields.
Yeah.
Mesquite trees and weesage. That's all there was. Nothing out here. It wasn't shit. Everything was, the roads were unpaved. Some of them were caliche. Everhart was caliche. All the way down from the freeway, all the way down to where the country club is at.
Yeah.
You see,
Mhm.
they put caliche
By design.
by design, so that they could build the country club there.
Yeah.
Build the country club, and remember there was another golf course up off Nile or Faro Valley.
Yeah. Pharaohs.
Yeah, Faro Valley was the golf club.
Yeah.
Okay, they moved further down because people then started to live. The wealthier people were living from Shoreline, in between Shoreline and Alameda.
Yeah.
So they needed a golf course for them.
On that side of town.
That's why. That's why Faro Valley came up. Yeah, it wouldn't have come up otherwise.
Yeah.
It would not. This is how you progressively start to learn how everything is going.
Right.
At the end of Everhart, this was a landfill.
Yeah.
Just like it is, the big landfill that you find over there in Petronila now, or the one that we used to have over here off of Ayers.
Yeah.
It was a big landfill, Tony. Big landfill. There was another one on, what was it? Okay, well, the one on Ayers was just starting out in the 50s.
Oh,
It was
just starting out.
Yeah, it was just a little bitty one.
Yeah.
Okay, little bitty one. Because between Horn Road, Ayers, and Padre Island, there was nothing. There was no Cunningham schools. There were none of Molina was there, and Molina was a pig farm.
Wow.
It was huge. That was old man Joe Molina's, who your grandpa knew. That's where we would get the pig heads for the tamales on Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, picture. Oh, okay. The Padre Staples mom. Picture that as a pig farm. How big it was.
Holy smoke.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yes, it's huge. And all you found was big trenches that were about 6 to maybe 8 to 10 feet deep.
Damn.
Where all the pigs were.
Oh,
there were trenches everywhere. So you couldn't get close because if you looked over the side, you could slip and fall in. The pigs would eat you.
Yeah.
It happened to several kids.
For real.
For real. You
Damn.
fall in, they keep the pigs hungry. And when they do feed them and stuff like that, they feed them like what the old man would do to get pigs' heads. We would go down to the Buttercrust at 18th and Ayers. It's 18th and Ayers.
Yeah.
The Buttercrust Bakery, and we buy all the day-old bread.
Okay.
Like about 20 loaves of day-old bread.
Yeah.
Maybe 30. It was a bunch. And the bread was only 25 cents. So you could spend a few dollars and buy chingos, and then you just throw them on in the pickup truck.
Yeah.
Okay. And take them out to him. He doesn't pull the bread out of the packages.
They go through it all.
Just throw it all in there. And when I was there, he had, I think if I remember correctly, he said 380, so that's 380 pigs.
Wow.
And you're talking about some sows that weigh 300 or 400 pounds.
Oh,
Huge.
yes.
And because, one of the biggest things, he'd have this big pole, and he'd like a pick on the end.
Yeah.
And he'd poke him and so forth, because he complained that the big sows would fall asleep onto the small piglets.
Ooh,
And,
okay.
and, suffocate.
Suffocate them.
Or it was nothing but mud. push him into the mud,
Yeah.
suffocate him that way.
Mm-hmm.
So he was always, that's how he did it all day long, going around poking these pigs so that they wouldn't lay on the piglets.
Come on, keep moving.
Yeah. Keep moving.
Damn.
They would fight, you know. And you could hear them snorting and fighting and stuff like that. And the first time I went out there, I think it was about 8. And my old man said, yeah, I got up because I wanted to see down into these big ruts, these trenches. They're deep. And, hey, get the fuck away from there, goddammit. You fall in there and that pig's going to eat you. No, he's not.
No, he's not,
Yeah,
right?
no, he's not. Watch this. He grabs about 4 loaves of bread.
Attack.
Yes. The little piglet started to eat it, and he ate the piglet.
Holy shit. You're like, oh, damn, Dad, you're right.
Oh, God. You see that?
They're eating their young, too.
They're eating their young, too. You see that? That's what will happen to you if you fall in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know the difference sometimes because
Right.
it's a feeding frenzy.
Uh-huh.
And they'll come charging each other.
Yeah.
And slamming up against each other and clawing each other and trying to bite chunks out. Because a lot of them had big scars and gashes where they bite themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, I thought to myself, why would anybody want to do this for a living?
Yeah, right? Shit.
Yeah. But the old man
we wanted bacon. We wanted pig's head. There was a demand for it on the market for that.
ATB was buying pigs from that man.
Yeah.
So, and he could dress it up too if you wanted.
Yeah.
Pay him extra. I don't remember how much he charged. I'd be talking on my ass if I said it was about maybe $2 or $3.
Okay.
I mean, just had these knives that were hanging off the table, super sharp, like razors.
Yeah.
So, turn that pig head, cut the throat off and let him bleed out, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like he was a bandmaster or something.
Yeah. He was so good with the blade and it was so sharp. Yeah.
Yes. It was so sharp. Just like that. Just.
Yeah.
Stick his hand in there and pull all the guts and shit out of him. Fall on the ground. I'm standing there watching and it's going, God. And then somebody else would come around and pick up all the stuff, put them in a boiling pot.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd eat the guts and stuff. And
okay.
That's where the term sweetbreads come from.
Oh, sweetbreads.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a nice way of putting it, right?
Yeah. And roast it. And then whack that head off. Kind of like scrape all the hair and stuff off it,
Right.
And stuff, and then put it in a burlap sack.
Damn.
Here you go, dude.
Yeah.
Here's for your tamales.
There you go.
And we went there always 3 days before Christmas.
Okay.
Always 3 days before Christmas. That gives your mother, grandma, a time to go ahead and prep all the pig's head because you have to cook the pig's head before, and that's going to take 7 to 8 hours.
Oh, okay, so that's a day.
So it's all really soft things that start,
just
falling off. By the time she dresses up the head and stuff, pulls everything off, then she just sorts out all the meat that she's going to use for the tamales.
Yes.
Those
are some awesome sessions right there. Those tamale sessions are some of the best tamales in the world.
Yes, big time.
Oh, shit.
Big time. So there's always those things there. But like I said, your grandpa from that point forward, after promising mom that she'd never drink again, he just played, drank a Coke or a Pepsi or an RC Cola was one of his favorites.
I remember Royal Crown Cola.
Yeah. He liked to drink those. So there we'd go. And then all of a sudden, I can't remember. Fred died. Yeah, somebody shot him.
Damn.
Yeah, it turned out to be it was a big game. Oh, he also had poker games.
Okay.
So poker games took place in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I could see people playing cards, but I couldn't tell you what was going on back there. It wasn't until later on when he was killed. Yet the old man told me, he said, yeah, they had a poker game. And somebody accused somebody of cheating and whatever. And Fred apparently stepped in to quell the Chingaderies, and then with the black guy. Pulled out a 45 and shot him 5 times.
Damn.
Wow. That was really crazy. Yeah. When on Leopard Street, there used to be a big refinery, not a refinery, a manufacturing of rubber tires. They recapped them. You take the old tire in, they cut it off, they recap it with a new cap on top.
Okay.
But like everything else, that's used after a while,
Mm-hmm.
the cap will come loose. That's why you would see a lot of recap tires all up and down Leopard and on highways. Yeah, those are recap tires. And to this day, you still see them on the roadway.
I do see them.
Okay, those are recap tires that come off the wheels.
Wow.
The big
Okay.
18-wheel tracks, you can buy recap tires.
Okay.
And the heat from the roadway makes the glue come unloose, and then the belts will pop.
There you go.
And it blows shit all over the goddamn place. So they were there. I remember we went there, my dad and I was 13, I think at the time, 13. And he wanted to go ahead and get some recap tires for one of his workers. And we were there. And he asked the guy, he knew the guy that ran the place, where someone was. I think he said Steve and Esteban, something like that. And he said, no, esta. He's playing dice.
Back there.
If you remember where the old police department was?
Yeah.
Okay. It was on that side of the expressway, right?
Yeah.
On this side of the expressway is a park.
Okay, on the opposite side.
Yes. That park right there. It's where this man pointed to us. So we walked over there, my old man and I, because he wanted to go ahead. This Stephen guy was supposed to have 4 wheels for him already.
Oh, okay.
And he was coming in to pay him off and take the tires. Okay. So we get up there, and there's Steven, 2 Mexican guys, 1 white guy, and 4 black guys playing dice on a blanket. Yeah, playing blah, blah, blah. It was Saturday afternoon, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, and it was summer, and it was hot.
Yeah.
So, I'm standing there watching what's going on and stuff like this. I knew a little bit about dice. But my old man comes over, and he sees Steve, and he goes, hey, Steven. Oh, Andres, ya mero. Una más. No, one more time. He wanted to go ahead. He had the bones on his hand.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of 20s on the table. On the blanket. And he rolls. It was a roll of 7, dude. It was a 4-3.
There we go.
It rolls a 4-3. And he grabbed the chingadera, and the black dude reaches in his back pocket and so forth, and he pulls out a razor.
Yeah.
A regular razor. And, motherfucker. And he hits him on this side. Hits him like that and slices him open.
Damn. The top right back of his shoulder.
It just went like this, Tony. That white shirt he had, it was kind of like a reddish work shirt. And he just went, opened up like that. You can see the muscle, the blood, and the bone.
Yeah.
He just cut him, man.
Yeah.
And he grabbed all the goddamn money away from him when the guy fell down. And he said, and my old man just grabs me and pushes me off to the side.
Yeah.
He says, move away. And he reaches down and grabs the step and pulls him over onto the blanket. And the black guy standing there with the razor, looking at my old man and so forth like that.
Like, what are you going to do?
Yeah. And what you going to do now? And the other 3 black guys are standing behind him, and one of them had a switchblade. Because my old man pushed him over on the blanket and stuff like this. The other guy goes, and he's standing like that. Man, you could see it. It looked like a blade. It was about that long.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And the other guy standing there. Now, what I remember was that the razor, the handle was yellow.
Okay.
It stood real bright, real, man, yellow handle and a real bright razor.
Yeah.
Looking,
right.
And cut him, man,
Son of a bitch.
like a scalpel.
Yeah.
Just
like
opened him up, maybe about that far deep in it. That far. Cut muscle, tendons, everything out of him. And the guy's going, oh, he started to scream and all this other shit. The old man's looking up at the black guys. He never takes his eyes off the black guys. He's wrapping this guy up. And I'm standing off about, 6 feet away. 6 feet away. And then the other guy, the other Mexican guy, he rolls back and he looks at Stephen and so forth. And, reaches back here, blink.
Was that a pistol?
Pulled out a gun. It looked like a cannon. It looked like a cannon. I swear to God, it was one of these old thumb busters like the cowboys wear.
Yeah.
Just pulled it right out of the back of his pants like the guy with the razor was the first one.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Boom.
Go. The flame shoots out about that far.
Damn, out of the gun.
Out of the gun.
Yeah.
And the guy just goes like that. It was almost like slow motion.
Yeah.
Shot him right dead center right there. And the other guy with the blade throws it at him.
Okay.
Throws it at him. And he went like this, and the blade went right by here.
Right by his ear.
Right by his
Right
ear.
by his left ear.
Yeah, right. But it didn't cut him, as far as I remember. But I was standing off to the side, and that's what my old man was worried, that I was going to get cut or shot by this guy. So he, he just pushed the Steven on the blanket and so forth, and reached over there and he grabbed me, and let's go.
Yeah.
And took off. And the other guy, then he had me, and I was looking over my shoulder like that, and the other guy that threw this business popped him right in the stomach.
Damn, he got him too.
Yeah. He yelled and screaming, and then the third black guy, when he's standing there with his eyeballs are running that big around, he's standing like this, man, holding money in his hand, and like, I didn't do shit, man, I didn't do shit.
Oh shit, he got it too.
Yeah, shot him in the crotch.
Damn.
Yeah, he went down like this.
No.
Shot him right in the crotch.
Oh shit.
Whoa, god damn. By this time, you hear sirens coming from all directions, and we cut through the woods like this, come up on Leopard Street.
Yeah. And
walk our way back to the shop.
Wow.
And everybody, but then people on the street are all looking down here and stuff. It's still on. And dijo, está, and I heard the old man said, está, he's down there, he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What was the old guy say? You need the tires?
Yeah.
See?
Tell me about it, right?
Back to business.
Still.
Right. Need the tires? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's get him. Let's go.
The old man says, here you go. Throw him in the truck.
Uh-huh.
Grab the two. Whoop, whoop. Grab the two. Whoop.
Yeah.
Here's $20. Talk to you later, Jack.
Talk to you later. Damn.
And I was got home. And I goes, Mom, guess what happened? And I said,
yeah.
My woman comes over here and says, nothing happened. No pasó nada.
Okay.
Shut up, Ralphie.
That's right. That was your cue.
Yeah.
Grandma don't need to know nothing about this, all right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he was that way, but I've seen him interject things, and I've seen him come totally unraveled. He's the one that got me into what was called the Corpus Christi Cadets, a military organization. He saw what is happening with me with the street crew. He saw it. Now the guy that owns the shop, the painting shop, his son, Juan Garza Jr. Juan Garza Jr. He had got him inside this military organization. This military organization called the Corpus Christi Cadets was sponsored by the Corpus Christi Lions Club.
Oh, okay.
You know where the art center is? Downtown on Shoreline. It's an art center.
Mm-hmm.
That was their meeting place. It was called, that belonged to the what was it now? Not the Lions Club, Kiwanis.
Oh, Kiwanis, okay.
Yes, it was the Kiwanis meeting building. That was our building. If you walked in the front doors, just like you have here, it was nothing but World War II regalia.
Oh,
from all the veterans.
Uh-huh.
I mean, German flag, Japanese flags, weapons, grenades, bombs, pictures of them killing all kinds of people and stuff. Big, nothing but helmets, pistols, all kinds of military stuff. Yeah. Huge. Tony, I mean, the whole wall and these two walls were just full of nothing but glass cabinets with all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
And he says, I want you to go with Juan Jr. And I go, Juan. I said, where? Going down there to see where Junior's at. He's in the Corpus Christi Cadets. I don't know if I want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was 12 or 13 at the time. I don't know if I want to do that. No, you're going to go.
Okay, he made up your mind for you.
Yeah, he made up your mind. I'm taking you down.
Yeah.
So we drove down there on a Saturday morning, and they were all lined up. You had to wear an Air Force uniform, khakis with a tie, piss cutter, and shine shoes and stuff like that. A regular Air Force khaki uniform.
Yeah.
That's what you would have to wear. And So, yeah, he said, here, this is where you're going to be at every Saturday from now on.
Yeah.
You're going to be here with these guys. Uh, and sure enough, after I was there 2 or 3 Saturdays, I took it to heart. I mean,
Yeah.
I like starch clothes.
There you go. Yeah, I know you have.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
like starch clothes, and Mama would starch those real heavy starch.
Uh-huh.
Yes, they'd be hanging out there, and then you press them out, dip them in the tub with a Blue Star starch, hang them out, then you press them out to where they look like a board.
Yeah, like a board, exactly.
Yeah, like a board, shiny board.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that shine my, I was a
Oh,
shoe shine
yeah.
boy, so I knew how to shine boots.
Uh-huh.
I mean, shine my shoes. And yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I went from.
You started buying in.
Yeah.
You know, by that third Saturday, you started buying in. It's like, you know what? I'm going to make the best of this.
Yes. I went to summer camp with them and stuff. And that's, I got away from the Agnes Street Club the Agnes Street guys till I was 17. 17. Okay. So I was in the cadets for 4 years. Yes.
Yeah.
I went from a private to a captain, and we would come out in the Buccaneer parades. And
awesome.
We did a lot of rifle trickery and stuff that the veterans would.
Yeah.
There was nothing but veteran instructors.
They would do that for you.
They would dress just like the Air Force, and they were generals and colonels or whatever, and we would know the peons. But we performed and marched every damn Saturday, son. Especially the first couple of months, and after that, it was every Saturday we were going to somebody's social club or whatever and performing
and putting on
a show for the rifles.
I love it. Dad, we're gonna take a little break. All right, we're gonna take a little break for today. All right, but I'm gonna get Dad back in here. We're gonna talk some more history, and I'm gonna learn more about Dad and you growing up in high school and how it was living in that house with all of my aunts and uncles over there.
Yes.
And then I want to also get into you joining the military, being a Marine yourself.
Right from high school, I joined the Marine Corps before I graduated.
Yeah. So we're going to get to this on the next episode when we come back together. Sure. All right. Guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. And any of y'all that have been tuning into the show today, even part 1 before we had to start part 2, thank you so much. It means so much for me to have my dad here on the show. So I hope you guys are enjoying a little glimpse of our history of the Gomez family, the beginnings, and me being able to capture all this for you guys to enjoy. So you guys tune in again. I will post up when we're going to be having Dad back in here in the show.